This is big breaking emergency news. We are now seeing a shutdown of multiple different banks and credit unions inside the United States right now. And it's being reported that hundreds of thousands of people, over 500,000 people, are being locked out of their banking right now. They cannot make debit card transactions. They cannot make credit card transactions. They cannot access their bank accounts. They cannot access online banking. All these things are being shut down right now, and multiple different banks have been hit by major cyber attacks and cyber events. All right, so let's get into the details here really quick, guys. Please just hit it up for me down there. It helps to get these warnings out so people know what's going on. All right.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. I want to start by giving all glory and praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. On our brother more for that tip of Florida, for the Kevin Preps in Babylon. Come on, another quick hit to this man, MILLSTONE. Lord wanted to edify and feed the sheep. Devil honors to the elders and apostles of great MILLSTONE, teaching them well. Peace and blessings to the brothers and persons working to sincerity, to the scattered abroad. And as you can see in the video, all right, you had over there in California, all right, a lot of people who were affected by this cyber attack, all right, that was given into an emergency alert to multiple banks that went under that attack. Over, I believe it was over 500,000 people that was affected, that got locked out of their accounts, man. Okay, you got all these online banks, you got these major banks, you got these small banks. Okay, then you have those banks that's across the seas, man. All right, for people who have banks that's across the seas. But and over there in California, man, all right, there was a major lock on people's accounts, which led to what, a great distress amongst the people, man, amongst those ones who was in distress of being locked out of their accounts. And when people are locked out of accounts, they retaliate in frustration, anger. Okay, they retaliate, man, in an aggressive way, which you know, that's what's going to happen when it comes, you know, to where people's funds are not being able to be accessed, and they got families to feed, and they got things to take care of, man. And that reminded me of these scriptures that I'm going to bring out, and that I was meditating on, that in these coming times, man, you know, these people can't get no food, they can't get no water, they can't get no access. All right, they can't do nothing, you know, without a certain type of, you know, access of somewhere, or into a company or a business, or even just a store in general. These people are going to lose it, man. Okay, if they don't have, for example, that charagma, man, all right, these people are going to lose it, man. And that's ultimately where Esau is shifting this thing towards. All right, he's through gradualism. He is pushing the narrative of changing these things toward a digital currency. Okay, so that means everyone who's putting their, you know, their last dollar bill, so to speak, into these banks are ultimately going to do a whole 360, man. Okay, because Esau's got something up his sleeves. But you know, that was the point. Let me grab these scriptures though, man. All right, going into Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Right? And these prophecies will not tarry, man. Even though it has a slight delay, doesn't mean that it's not going to happen, man. You know, these prophecies are going to happen where people think themselves to be in a good case, and then next thing you know, all hell breaks loose, man. Okay, and that's what's wrong with these you know, consumers, man. These American consumers, they only know good times and you know, joyful and mirth, man. All right, folly. When all hell breaks loose, that's gonna be a great distress amongst these people, man. All right, you had over there in Kenya where people were losing it because they had tax hikes. all right, with the prices of food and water, things just similar to, all right, what you would call an inflation. But it was an inflation with the taxes, all right, being increased, man. And the people went ape shit, man. All right, they just lost it. Okay, and they went on a seven day, pretty much a week retaliation towards the increase of the prices of food and utilities and so on, man, and so forth. All right, and you just had it over here where 500,000 people were locked out of their accounts. So if they doing that in Kenya, how much more for people over here on a scale like where you can't get to no funds at all? Okay, and these people who lost, all right, either funds in this process or wasn't able to access funds in their process, reality they natural retaliation will be what? Being aggressive. Okay, being aggressive, man. And that's what's ultimately going to happen in these coming days. Okay, according to prophecy, these people are going to stand up and go against their government. It's going to be uproars. Okay, it's going to be civil unrest. It's going to be great. It's going to be great sedition, man. Okay, because see, you have it where these elites, okay, for the lack of better words, these high banking families, all right, as you know today as the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, DuPonts, and so, you know, they are in control, man. And the people are going to retaliate towards those who are in power. Okay, proceeding to Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. All right, they are in power. And they control what goes on when it comes to, you know, these people's funds, man. All right. So when things pop off, man, it's going to all tie back into prophecy because of the extra of these devils taking it just that further, man, just to get their kingdom established. And really they have the kingdom established to a certain degree, but Esau wants to rule forever, man, which that God complex mindset he will never achieve. Okay. But reading that again, in Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, and everything is set for an appointed time, man. Okay, Jacob's trouble, when these devils bring out that M to the O to T to the B, nuclear missiles, World War III, all these things, a prophecy has, you know, it's set in time, man. But at the end it shall speak. And right now we're seeing a lot of things speaking according to these scriptures, okay, through the spirit and prayer about YAHAWASHI, man, of prophecy. It says, it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So it will not tarry, meaning to delay, man. All right, what we know from them, from that point of when these things come rapidly, all right, it's going to leave these people in great frustration, man. You know, when these things come rapidly, man, people are going to be caught off guard. They're going to be in a state of not knowing what to do. Okay, and that's what's going to catch them off completely. Which I'm going to grab right here. Okay, in the book of 2nd Ezra, reading verse 6, or 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 21, and it says, behold, victuals shall be so good and cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in a good case. And right now, all right, these people can go to work, all right, they can get paid, and they can go pay for whatever they need. So it's not something that's extravagantly or dramatically, you know, of a change to them, because at the end of the day, they still can go do what they normally do on a daily basis, man. All right, nothing like a dramatic change as in the prices has really happened, man. So these people are, you know, going about it as casual as they will go about any other day, man. Okay, until what? All hell break loose, man. And it says, and even then shall evils grow upon earth sore famine and great confusion. And see, these people were in great confusion, and these people are going to continue to be in great confusions while evils grow. All right, because what? You have it where things are going to get much worse, man. Okay, the simple fact of you being locked out of your account, people being locked out of account, is going to be minuscule compared to when people are roaming and ravishing your house for whatever you have, man. You see, when the dollar collapses and has no value, you know, it's going to be on and popping from there, man. You see, and that's going to have these people, in a state of confusion, man. Because scriptures tell you in the book of Psalms chapter 146, put not your trust in princes, nor in the Son of Man, in whom there is no help. Okay? They ain't gonna help you, man. Okay? They ain't gonna be able to help you when it's you and your family and you and your loved ones, okay, in the drought, man. They ain't gonna be you gave your all your living, your career to these whole goddamn devils, man, and they turn around and they fail you. Who's that fall back on, man? You see. So as the scripture says, to not trust in these devils, man, not to trust in their riches, not to trust in their system, not to trust nowhere near these devils, man. Scripture says, never trust thy enemy, man. And you have it where Esau's about to crank it up a notch. All right, they got all these banks that's being closed, all right, for a purpose. All right, they have an agenda that they want to accomplish, and with that being said, they have to cut out a lot of these banks that play a part, all right, in society, man. They have to minimize them to a certain point where it's only, a certain way of transactions being, one way or another, man. Or say just one way, because that's really what they want. One way government, or one world government, or one world currency. They want all that to be under a certain control. So if they can do that, they can do anything, man. All right. So let me grab this right here. Going into well, as I mentioned, okay, going into the grand shall cease. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 3, and you just straight to the point. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders shall cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Right. So the grinding shall cease, man. Ain't gonna be no work. Ain't gonna be nothing, man. People are gonna be in great distress, man. It's gonna be a very dark and gloomy day. Okay. So when you have it with these banks going down, when you have these blackouts, all right, these cyber attacks, what does that mean, man? All right, ain't gonna be where people can work. And they was saying they was down for a while, man. And you had a recently where a power outage happened, or cyber attack, Slovakia, that happened where people's phones were acting up. People's, they couldn't access the internet. They couldn't access certain, all kinds of stuff was going wrong, man. Okay, and you have it in certain places around the world. They having a power outage. All right, which you had a power outage not too long ago that happened where you couldn't even access 911, man. People were freaking out. Okay, they can't call. They called it 911. I forgot what it called. It was somewhere with a 911 outage. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but they had a whole outage where people were, pretty much in great distress and in need of 911, and they couldn't get that assistance, man. They couldn't get that help. You see, how much more when the dollar loses value? How much more when people can't go to work? They can't provide for their families. And Esau had a whole lockdown, man. You know, you had to really you had to have a what was it? You had to have a certain card to be able to travel. In case you got pulled over, you had to show the certification of that you can go to work and come home. If not, you couldn't be on the streets at a certain time. Okay? There was a time where things are getting gloomy, man. How much more we go on another lockdown, man? Who knows? All right? Reading again, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3. And in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. So it's going to be a very dark and troublesome time, man. Which reminds me of this scripture right here, which I'm going to close out with this. This is the book of 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "This and know also that in the last days perilous times shall come." Okay? Great troubles, man, are to come to this place. And people, you have over 500,000 people who are in that position of not being able to access their accounts, not being able to pull, withdrawals. All right, not able to use their credit cards, their debit cards. We're coming into some terrible times, man, and it's only meant to get worse. So I'm gonna close it out with that. Lord willing, this lesson was straight to the point and edifying, to sincere argument, aquafa seeking in truth and sincerity. Once again, double honors to those of the Apostle, great millstone, teach you well. Until next time, I say, Shalom.